So Tom Foley, the referee. Tigers have actually lost their last two here. Saints in the league, Ospreys, of course, in Europe as well. So plenty to rectify for the home side as we get underway, thanks to Handré Pollard. And the ball is taken in by Sean Maitland of Saracens, his first start at fullback for a couple of years now. A number of important men missing, of course. Farrell and Max Maitland in that back division. And a host of Saracens forwards, but they've got experience there nevertheless in Aled Davis. And this one's taken by Mike Brown, the Tigers debut at the age of 37. Desperate to contribute, as he has said repeatedly in the week, and the ball has gone forwards on the gather. Sarries will have the put into the scrum. It's been instructive to listen to those around him talking about Mike Brown. Austin, he's got so much to give. Really interesting as well that the hunger that he still has to play on, he just felt there was a lot more in him.
Yeah, he thought he had loads more games left. He came and commentated with us down at Quins a few weeks ago. And he's out for his first high ball, facing directly into the sun, and he takes it off the ground. So it's up to him, is it now? How long can he go on for? He's still in good shape. There must be some they must have all had a jacuzzi, that back line, before they came out, just to get the joints going.
Well, I'm just going to throw this in. The last time that Ben Youngs, Chris Ashton and Mike Brown started, it was for England back in 2012, which is a little while ago now. Let's see what they've got up their sleeve this afternoon. They're on defensive detail for the time being, while Alex Good pokes this one over the top, looks for territory, and the ball is kept just inside the field of play. Youngs surplus to Steve Borthwick's requirements for the time being with England. No doubt another man super motivated. We've seen a few of those this weekend, and
outside the 22.
As Manu Tuolangi will attest, very important to keep clear heads when you're in that sort of mode. Taken quickly here from the line out, and here's Billy Vunipola, another of those with a point to prove. Whipped away by Davis. Good, the delay on the ball, and Maitland half through, but Scott there to make the tackle. Lazowski holds on. Lewington to his outside. Here's Pifoletti tumbling onwards through the tackle of Cracknell. Vunipola again. Pops it up for Davis. Good again. Scampers onwards, and Maitland checks. Good line from Tizard. Eroni Maui. Bruise and carry from the Fijian international. Still they pour around the fringes, Saracens.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. Lewington popping up off his wing, just on that shoulder ball, straight off 9.
Lazowski again for Tizard. Second row, the area that Sarri's perhaps feeling it most at the moment, but Lazowski spirals through the tackle, gets to the 22 and offloads to Tompkins. Quick ball for Davis. Maui. Sarri's building very nicely, and it's all gone a little quiet inside Welford Road until now, until the turnover, and until Ollie Cracknell and George Martin combine.
I said Ollie Cracknell might not be known for his jackling, but a big one here. But I think Ben Youngs means to get this off the pitch. If you look at the trajectory, very low, which buys a lot of time for that ball to get back into midfield with Billy Vunipola. And as a result, Leicester always struggling. The speed of delivery, good carry from Lazowski.
I didn't see that. If you did.
Just picking up more on that point, Ben, actually, the forwards have got to work harder, because from that carry, if they don't get to the far side, look at Leicester's defence. They've only got 3 guys. You need some of those forwards to fill in here so you're a bit tighter. Otherwise, you've got Scott as the 3rd defender covering about 10 metres. He only really makes a really good defensive decision to make that tackle. If he doesn't make that, Sarries are clean through, and there's guys on the outside of him as well.
Thank you.
So if you do get half broken like they did on that occasion with Billy, the forwards have got to recognise that and get to the far side.
Contest for the ball.
Line-out ball is secured by the Tigers, and steaming up the middle is Wiese. Brown on his outside. Wiese still going, head down, charging forwards. An unstoppable force. 1 metre away. Crashing over, and Pollard is in. The South Africans to the forefront. Jasper Wiese, what a run.
Mike Brown straight over to him. I think he was saying, what do I have to say for you to give me the ball? Brilliant break from Wiese. The angle is superb. Overloading defenders. Look, 3 Leicester players all in the same channel. And it goes to the... Saracens thinking it's going out of the back, but it goes on the tight line to Wiese. And he's just got one thought in his mind, go as far as I can. Poor Mike Brown doesn't get near it, but then Pollard flat. But I think Tompkins and Lazowski all expecting that to go behind Wiese. Out the back. And boy, does he make the most of it. Brilliant leg drive. And then Pollard flat, can see the opportunity. Liebenberg there with him as well. And Saracens were always going to struggle. Leicester could have gone wide. They went short.
And Pollard converts his own score just to settle the Tigers down a little. Injured, of course, in the game against Saracens in October, but making no mistake here, and someone had to profit from this kind of bust.
Line, wasn't it? There was once he could have passed to Brown there, he could have passed there again to Brown. He'd backed himself to go all the way, and then he probably could have just rolled over himself and scored under the post. It's a brilliant run from Wiese. As Benny said, I'll show you in a minute, comes from actually Tompkins misreading the play.
Something of a statement of intent from the number 8, and he's off again. And then he's throwing the backdoor offload, and Davis is working his way across, and the ball has gone forwards, and the moment is gone. But he's got the bit between his teeth.
He's dangerous when he does.
Well, what teeth he has.
Well, looking back at the break, you just watch Tompkins there in the middle. He just doesn't pick anyone. He ends up running through the middle of the play, like Benny said, probably thinking it's going to come out the back. 2 players taking the same attacker. That created the hole. Nice little angle to start it from Wiese, and then 2, 3 steps. He must have beaten 4 defenders, I think, there, and they just were patient. An opportunity there for Sarries to try and kill it, and they didn't. There's a little break in the flick. There's no knock on, actually, is there? Comes back off of Sarries' hand.
Sarries will be just content. You would have thought at this stage to work their way through the phases and try and respond here. Decent charge from Şegen. Makes it inside the 22. Ellis tries to pop that to Christie, and it's gathered in by Good, but it has gone forwards as he sought to scamper his way through.
Just a little knock on. Fascinating battle between Maui and Hayes here. Maui just gets his shoulder up. You can see how low he is. He drives, but that takes Leicester's back row away, which means Ben Youngs has to come up and take Şegen. Really good from Maui on that touchline to take all those Leicester back rowers away, put them right onto the touchline.
Dan Cole obviously away with England at the moment alongside Ollie Chesham of those in the Tigers pack. Van Portfleet, Stewart and Watson all missing in the Leicester back division. And a scrum penalty to Leicester.
Well, he was low last time, Maui, wasn't he? Managed to hold his weight up, which got them that left shoulder this time up against Hayes.
Yeah, fine, but I thought
maybe feet a little bit too far back.
Yeah, fine. Of course.
Wry smile from the tight head.
On the 10.
A big booming clearance off the back of it.
If you look at his feet position, they're right back. He's right on his tiptoes. All it takes is just a little half fold from Hayes, and he goes flat onto his stomach.
Well, they're really pleased with the progress that he's made with his scrummaging Ironi Maui at Saracens, but this is his first start since October, so perhaps a little ring rusty. Here's Pollard. Gopperth stepping through the traffic to the 10-metre line. Dabbed forwards by Pollard. Where's that going to wind up? It's dropped on by Brown.
It's remarkable that Gopperth's still playing nearly 40, isn't it?
200th Premiership appearance today for Jimmy Gopperth. And only Brad Thorne, an older Premiership starter, still looks fit as a fiddle.
He does. Still 88% off the tee.
Okay, drop one. Good. Junior, stay 2. Good.
It's just that savvy as well, isn't it, Oz? Aside from skill levels, just the understanding. There's nobody who understands Premiership rugby better than Jimmy Gopperth, you would argue. Taken well out of the sunshine by Harry Potter.
Okay, use that then, Ben, please.
Youngs testing out that 5-metre channel, and the follow-up is good. Nicely weighted, good chase.
Yeah, a lot more hang time on that kick than Ben Youngs' first, and right on the touchline. Nothing Davis can do here. He has to take that extra step, and then two players. Potter with the initial force, Liebenberg helping him. Nothing he could do, and really good outcome for Leicester.
Sorry.
I thought you couldn't huddle anymore.
Just step back
We've got a
quickly.
line out. They've all walked back 10 metres to walk forward 10 metres.
Yeah, that is one of the initiatives the referees have been instructed to clamp down on to keep the game moving. Cracknell breaks away. And here's Wiese again, already with ridiculous statistics. 62 metres from 3 carries.
Inside, hold.
Shagan.
Man.
Brown. Mike Brown straightening through the traffic and breaking beyond the 10-metre line. Stays on his feet brilliantly. Here's Montoya. Options for Leicester. Could do with some support. They're broadly all to the left. Youngs burrowing. The ball slowed up by Sarries. But onwards they move through Wiese again. Shovels it away to Youngs. And away goes Henderson. Tigers with the wind in their sails, and Mike Brown rolling back the years.
That's a game of line breaks so far, isn't it? And Mike Brown, loose kick. He's got some grass in front of him to have a little look up. Not quite the trajectory they would have wanted, which gives him loads of time to plot his route. Shagan on his own there, really. Tompkins doesn't step in far enough. Brown gets himself free and then is aware of his support this time. But Montoya could have gone wide there. Ashton screaming for it, but they keep their patience. Brilliant from Brown, how he slides on the tackle of Vunipola and Pifoletti and then passes at the perfect moment. And then Henderson just has a little stutter of the steps there to make sure he can accelerate onto the pass, and that gives him the momentum to go in past Maitland.
14 points to 0. Oz.
We talk about experience, and experience really matters when you're in the red zone. Really good example of this is Ben Youngs. He doesn't throw that long pass, which often you do, but he just entices one defender. A little pump of the ball. That gets them again through the corner. Recycle from Wiese. He does it again to bring in the second defender. It's a walkover for their forwards. Great experience from that. Not quite as old as some others player.